Alright, so for this video I didn't really know what background footage to use because the games and apps that I'll talk about in this video are absolutely awful. So in the background you're just going to see some of my random Twitch clips from my recent Decade streams pop up. If you're interested in anything like that, a link will be in the description to my Twitch. For some reason lately I've just been getting non-stop ads for a bunch of apps which I'm convinced are all scams. I haven't done any research into any of these yet, but they all promise to earn you money or free stuff just by playing games, doing surveys, or other random easy things that you could do just on your phone. Most of these apps act like they're going to be this miracle side hustle thing that's going to function as your own personal GTA unlimited money glitch and eventually make you a millionaire. But obviously, money just doesn't come around for free. There's always a catch, and if something's free, you're the product, so on and so forth. So I've decided to actually try out a few of these to see how much of a scam they all truly are, if any of them will actually give me any money, and find out which is the best one to get me rich, because this whole YouTube thing hasn't been working out well so far. Subscribe to change that, because the only money I'll be getting from this video is going to be from these apps, if they don't scam me and drain my bank account, that is. The first app up was testerup, which I surprisingly wasn't too scared to download, because it seems like a fairly popular app and it almost makes sense from the outside. Before touching it, first impressions was it's just a survey app where you basically just sell your own data rather than having a company collect it on the sly with cookies and shit, then sell it with you getting nothing out of it. At least this could actually benefit the person whose data is getting sold. And then I actually started it, and it's actually basically almost exactly what it's advertised to do. You basically just get paid to be a tester of these naff free-to-play games, obviously making sure all the cookies and stuff's on. You finish certain milestones in the game and you get more rewards. The one game I picked was just finish this many missions to get certain amounts of money. It makes me think I'm going to be able to advance my own pace, maybe actually make a bit of money, but it's unsurprisingly just not that easy. Of course, like every other free-to-play mobile game, it's padded out at every single turn. It's hard to describe what kind of gameplay this game actually has. You basically just combine two of the same items to make bigger items, then you combine those items to make more items, then you sell those items for money, which you use to buy new things, which you use to make new items. It looks like this gameplay loop just continues endlessly by the sides of this map, and it pokes at your brain in all the right places to try and get you addicted. Then you need energy to make the new items, which they increase the price of energy refills every time you buy them to try and squeeze more and more out of you each time you go back for another hit. So I played and played over the course of the day, and I obviously got addicted, so they got what they wanted from me. While I was playing, I just kept getting these emails saying I just made money, only to check the app and see it was only like 70p. The further and further I progressed, the more and more spread out these started to get from each other. The game started getting longer and longer wait times, and there was more and more of a grind between each level. So I tapped out at about level 8 after 2 hours of total gameplay. Probably about 6 hours after I downloaded the game, which left with a grand total of £1.10, which is quite frankly a minuscule amount. The game was paying me 55p an hour, which is 0.05% of the current minimum wage in the UK. So, might be better off steering clear of this one. Probably not getting you rich anytime soon. Or maybe I just picked the wrong game. When I finally went to cash out of this app, I discovered the minimum limit to cash out was £20. Once again, I had only made £1.10 at this point, and I needed to get to level 50 to get past £20. I was currently on level 9. It didn't seem like I was going to take any money out of this anytime soon. But I will concede if you're playing a lot of these games at the same time constantly and going far in them, you might be able to get some money. But at that point, you might as well just get a job. Next, I decided to try something a little bit different. Clawee, one of those apps where you control the claw machine on the other side of the planet, and you get them to send you whatever you win. On this one, they give you enough coins to get one free go at a claw machine, then you have to watch ads or spend money to get the coins ready to have another go. So I saw this little squirrel and decided this guy's coming home. That was my only free go. So after that, I watched a bunch of ads that were all advertising other games that can help you win real money. But then eventually they just stopped giving me coins and only gave me tickets which I could spend in their premium store, which you need to be subscribed to them to get access to and actually spend. So I went to look at the subscription, but I also realised that it gives free delivery, which implies if I actually won something, I was going to have to pay for delivery anyway. And I have a feeling that this might not be worth it now, especially because when I type in Squirtle Plush on Google, it pops up with a bundle of all 4 advertised for just £9 including delivery. So I gave up fairly early on Clawee. I guess I shouldn't be surprised that an app based on claw machines, which are fairly scammy to begin with, isn't going to be easy to pay out. So we'll leave this inconclusive. Then after that I went into Soliaire Clash, which according to the ads on Clawee was a solitaire game that just gives you loads of free money for playing it. You know how eager I am to make money these days, so I jumped straight onto that. And this one was really disappointing because as soon as you download the app, it drops most of the facade and basically just admits that it's a gambling app and tries to get you to deposit a tenner straight away. Obviously I said no to that because I'm looking for money for nothing right now. So I just went on with the 50p they gave me to start with and the gems which can be used to play in a few real money games. Then after I won another 30p, I could only use gems to play in games that could actually win gems back. So I think my money was being limited until I actually made a deposit. It also didn't let me withdraw the money because that was actually apparently just bonus money all along. This app also does that Temu thing where it has you play random games for rewards. Then only once you've won those rewards, it lets you know that you have to spend money to actually redeem those rewards. I tried just grinding gems until I could get enough for a real money game, but it really just got to a point where it's asking an unreasonable amount of time from me. Yeah, this one's just gambling, but it's with Soliaire. If you can beat people at Soliaire, it might be worth a go, but I don't see many people getting rich from this one. Don't take this as financial advice, because I don't know if they'll even cash out and pay you the money, because I only played with fake money apparently anyway. Next on the chopping block is Blitz, which when I saw advertised, was again being called a free money app like the rest of them. But the App Store said it was the #1 rated casino at the time. So I had to obviously look a little closer in the display pictures where it says win free cash. But then in the description of the app, it says that the games are all skill based. So this one could be interesting. If I leave broke, it's clearly just a skill issue. This one's really similar to Soliaire Clash, where it gives you a starting amount of gems and real cash playing games. But it's much more than just Soliaire and Blitz, even though that is also a game in Blitz. There's actually about 5 or 6 where I'm pretty sure all have an element of randomness. So the reason I lost all the money they gave me isn't because of my skill, it's actually just shit RNG. Anyway, the only games that I really played were this bubble popping thing, where if you put 3 of the same colour together it pops all that colour. And this Tetrisy looking one where it gives you Tetris blocks and you have to complete lines on the board to clear more space. I'm fairly sure I've seen both of these games on about 100 different ads for different mobile games that obviously look really simple but have a little bit of a knack to them. So they probably just pinched these from other apps and added gambling. They also made it random enough that they can chuck you out of bad luck when they get sick of you. Believe it or not, I don't believe the odds are really in your favour too much in this. Last and almost definitely least was Prograd. This game called itself the #1 side hustle app, which had me hesitant from the get-go because side hustles in general always just seem a bit dubious to me. Most of the time, if someone's offering you a side hustle, you're probably getting scammed, because why would they give you more money than they can make themselves? But because I'm probably already in too deep, I downloaded and got straight into it. When I got into Prograd, I found that it's basically just the same as testerup. Another one of these apps where you do a bunch of surveys, download a bunch of apps to earn you money. But instead of playing games this time, I wanted to see how much I could earn just through doing some of the surveys. So I went into the surveys, expected to be asked some generic random questions, but they asked a lot of questions. They got increasingly personal, and eventually asked questions about my address, and at this point I decided I maybe shouldn't answer all of these. And some of the other stuff they were trying to get you to try through promises of money felt even more dodgy than that. These side hustles included downloading and giving you data to more apps, getting you to do random shit to earn credits to be exchanged for gift cards, which is always safe, and investing a minimum of £100 into the stock app, which I've never even heard of. You obviously don't earn any Prograd money for that, because investing in stocks and shares is usually a good financial decision, and they were lumping that in with crypto apps, usually aren't the best, because we all know how stable and reliable cryptocurrencies are. So instead, I went into one of these games which I could make hundreds of money by playing, and despite seeing Raid Shadow Legends in both of these apps as a test game, I decided to try Monopoly Go. Another one of those constantly advertised, boring and vapid games that are just whale fishing. Even though with this one I couldn't even find the addictive hook or satisfaction the game lives on. You just watch a piece go around the board. Whatever you land on, the money goes up, and you spend money on buildings that you can't even see or do anything with. You occasionally get to steal money from a real person, then when you finish that, do it all over again on a new board. So this one wasn't squeezing all the dopamine out of my brain like the testerup game was. But I played until I unlocked the mode that made the game play itself. Just let that run for a bit until I could get to the next board. But then I realised that I hadn't even been paid what I was guaranteed for downloading the game, and waiting a whole hour to recharge 5 whole rolls. And this not even Monopoly game, which is for some reason based on Monopoly, did not sound like an exciting prospect. And soon I checked the app, and my balance had not increased at all. As always, I then went to check the withdrawal section of the app, and of course, the £1 that I earned wasn't leaving their pockets anytime soon, as they've got a minimum withdrawal amount of £5. I'm guessing all of these apps have this to make sure they've got you committed, and to be sure that you'll never make more money than they are from selling all of your data. For some reason, just everything about Prograd felt much more off and wrong than the rest of these apps. The whole embrace of this side hustle culture, the fact that they're willing to pay out on gift cards, the Money Academy feature that they have on the app, how eager they are to know absolutely everything about you, and the constant pushing of this whole money making community thing, just gave me the feeling that the longer I spent on this app, the deeper I was falling into some sort of pyramid scheme or cult. But of all of these apps, I have made absolutely nothing. Used these apps and played these games for hours and hours, just desperate to add some money to my poor little bank account. Believe it or not, making money from playing games just isn't as easy as all of these adverts will tell you. Most of these games are just time sinks, looking to pinch some money from you every now and then, or just sometimes hiding the fact that they're casinos. I mean, I would know. I'm currently addicted to this game that I've been playing for testerup, genuinely constantly going back to it and playing it whenever I've got energy available. Literally just sitting there waiting for the timer to tick down so I can match more things and get to my next level, which will give me more energy, and I can play more and match more things. I really don't know what about this is making me want to come back and play this over and over, rather than playing actual proper games that I enjoy, like Hollow Knight. I think the whole promise of money is making this game feel like less of a pointless bore which is draining my life away. That promise of a reward is within constant reach, it's never actually achievable. So it feels like whenever I get there, the goalposts have moved further away from me. In the few days since I first downloaded this game, I've played 10 whole hours of this vapid, pointless shit. I have played enough to be well aware that the game isn't going to change, develop or improve at any point. But if I can upgrade the restaurant one more time, I'll have enough XP to level up, get more energy and now add another 90p into my tester app. Then from there it's just another 5 levels within 10 days to get an extra £9.60. Then from there I'd probably only need to get to level 40 or 50 to get enough money to finally cash out. Then if I fully finish the game and get to level 60 within a month, that's £100. Going at the rate I'm right now, that's at least 30 hours of my life doing something boring and I can feel is probably bad for my brain for £100 whole. No, I'm pulling the plug. This is not a good thing. I'm not going to spend all this time thinking about this stupid, pointless, robot-filled, money-grubbing slop. As I mentioned earlier, the first few levels go by like a breeze without you barely even noticing to get you hooked in. So the more I've been playing, the longer it's been taking each time to level up, and the more sparse the rewards have been. Because they've already got me, testerup is just there to drag me across the finish line and encourage me to buy into the promise of financial rewards. This game would take weeks and weeks of my time and dedication just for £100, or I could just spend that time doing something I actually enjoy with the free time I have not at work. This whole free money thing just isn't really it. Anyway, I'm stopping this problem before it becomes a major issue. I didn't get any money from this video, I didn't get anything of value or enjoy these apps and playing these shitty games. But they definitely made some money from me. At least I didn't get scammed for any of my money doing this. Only time. I'll let you decide what's more valuable. Thanks for watching. Watch another video if you like this one. Can't say it'll be similar, but I'll appreciate it.
Super Luigi Galaxy!